Began the year 3-0 before yesterday's setback. A 5-set win over UCSB, and then they swept both Milwaukee, the host team, UW-Milwaukee, last weekend, as well as Valparaiso. So the head coaches meeting in the middle. Jesse Mahoney for Colorado, his 6th season as the Buffaloes head coach, and Chris Thomas in his 5th year at the helm of the Fighting Illini. This is the 11th all-time meeting between these two programs, and it's even 5-5, although Colorado has won 3 of the last 4 matchups. The last time these two schools played was back in 2019 as part of the Pac-12 Big Ten Volleyball Challenge. Colorado won that day 3-0. If my memory serves me correct, that year was hosted by Iowa. As it's rotated, this is the 3rd year that they've had these 4 teams play in this Pac-12 Big Ten Challenge. Illinois starts on the serve with Diana Brown, and we are underway. Buffaloes and Illini, and it's a service error right off the bat for Illinois. So quick side out for Colorado, and Brenna DeLuzio will serve, 5'9" redshirt senior from Windermere, Florida. Cooper, trouble on the receive there, and it's an ace for DeLuzio, who had 1 ace yesterday against the Hawkeyes, and now 5 on the season, and Colorado off to the 2-0 start. Once again, Cooper, this time with a successful pass. Megan Cooney, the line shot, and it's ruled out of bounds. Point Colorado, 3-0 to start. Cooney, who did have 14 kills yesterday, at just about 15.5%. Unsuccessful on that one, and we got an early challenge. So Chris Thomas thinks that ball was in down the line, so the early challenge. Each team gets 3 challenges over the course of a match. There's no penalty for getting a challenge wrong. No losing a timeout or anything like that. Just 3 challenges that you can use whenever you'd like. And Chris Thomas and the Illini got to use the one early here. And well, looking at it there, it appeared that it caught the white line. If we could show that one again. As Colorado hoping that they keep the 3-0 start as they sing and dance along right now. I mean, it could be a very early momentum shift if this gets reversed. Illinois down 2-1 as opposed to 3-0. Looks like a decision has been made, though. And this usually, to me, signals that a change is being made because checking with the official score. And it's ruled in. So, successful challenge for Chris Thomas. Makes it 2-1 instead now in favor of Colorado. So Raina Terry will now serve for the Illini. Set by Ewert, and the middle attack for the kill from Megan Hart. Hart, who had 9 kills yesterday against Iowa and hit 33%. It's close to 37% on the season. Schneggenberger serving for the Buffaloes. Right side attack by Cooney, off the block. And Megan Cooney picks up her first termination of the afternoon. 2.6 per set so far on the season. He's an all Big Ten second team performer during the spring season, now a graduate student from Topeka, Kansas. Taylor Cooper on the serve. Ticks the net and rolls over and down for the ace for Taylor Cooper. Her 9th of the season for the senior from Alexa, Kansas. Tied up at 3. Ewert sets it to Hart, the tip over, Cooper the dig. Brown trying to push it over to the left side, and a handling error by the Illini as she tried to move that over to the left pin to Jessica Nunji. So now we'll see Leah Clayton back to serve for the first time today for Colorado. Had a strong day yesterday against Iowa overall with 17 kills, 11 digs, picking up the double-double. Diagonal attempt by Nunji, and that one's going to sail long for Colorado. And the attacking error gets Illinois side out, tied up at 4. Megan Cooney now to serve for the Illini. Had an ace against 3 errors from the service line yesterday against Washington. 4 aces on the season. Schneggenberger receiving the serve. Free ball for the Illini to use. Collins tools it off the block for the kill. 6'3" junior, Kennedy Collins, giving the Illini their first lead of this match, 5-4. Second service error now for Illinois today. For Colorado, Savannah Perry coming back on the floor now to serve, and also the 6'7" redshirt sophomore Alexia Kuhl right at the front of the net, middle front. Terry reserves the serve. Brown put over the net by Nunji. A high set for Maya Tabron, and contacted by the Illini for the Colorado point, and they regain the lead with 2 in a row, 6-5. Overpass off that Illini attack. Brown to the sliding Collins, blocked. Colorado now reassuming its largest lead of this early going here, 7-5. Savannah Perry continues to serve. Tough handle for Cooney. Cooper able to track it down. Put over the net by Cooney. Ewert sets it for the back row slam. Leah Clayton in the back row right now earns the kill for the Buffaloes. Overpass, Collins able to fit it down between Kuhl and Ewert. 8-6 Colorado. So now we'll see Nunji serve, 6'2" junior from Newburgh, Indiana. First season with the Illini, transferring from Florida State. Ewert for Tabron, and finds the space in front of Nunji in the back. So Colorado very quick side out. Reassumes a 3-point advantage. Good look at the swing by Tabron, sophomore from Gilroy, California, as Ewert serves. Terrific senior setter for the Buffaloes, who has been a mainstay starter there. And Terry has that attempt blocked. And Colorado, the first to double figures here in set number 1, 10-6. Well, it's a tough block to get through the 6'7" Kuhl next to the 6-foot-tall Schnegenberger. Brown passes it over left side. Terry, and too strong. Attacking error by the Illini. Or nope, there was a tip at the net after it went out, or before it went out, of course. So 10-7 Colorado. The Illini back on the serve with Kylie Bruder, graduate student from Fort Lauderdale. Pushed over by Kuhl, too long. The Illini coming off a spring season in which they went 7-11. We're 4-6 here at Huff Hall. And there's an ace for Kylie Bruder, second ace of the match for the Illini. 4-6 here at Huff Hall in the spring, 7-5 here on their home floor back in 2019. Hoping to start the 2021 fall season at 1-1 here at home. Tabron off the tape, and then ran the tape a little bit there. I was blocked out on how that landed. I'll see here on the replay. Oh, wow. Ends up being pretty good luck there for Colorado. Bad luck for the Illini, and it's 11-9 Buffaloes. Terry tapped it into the two-person block. Terry now goes diagonal with it. Ewert sets for Schnegenberger. Off the block and point. Colorado 12-9 Buffaloes. Maya Tabron serving. Had 9 kills yesterday, 13 digs. So 1 termination away from a double-double. Nice dump shot. Good sell by Diana Brown there that she was going to set someone up. And the no-look for the kill. (12-10) Colorado here in set number 1. Brown with that serve. Ewert at the net for Alexia Kuhl, who drills it home. And that was her first kill. Has been involved in a couple of blocks. Buffalo's a 3-point advantage, 13-10. Served by DeLuzio. And a miscue by the Illini near the scores table. And we will get a timeout called by Illinois here in set number 1 with Colorado on top 14-10. Looking at some of the early numbers here, Colorado thus far, and the middle of the attack, and the kill by Kyla Swanson, the junior middle. 5 kills last night against the Huskies of Washington. Raina Terry, second time she's back to serve today. Now just in her sophomore season. Clayton was tipped at the net. Illinois controls it. Nunji, and blocked right near us at the table. Out of bounds for the Illinois point, 14-12. Clayton receives the serve. Ewert over to Schnegenberger, and Nice pancake by Cooper, but Illini cannot keep it alive. Stegenberger earns the kill, and now we're back to serve for Colorado. Buffaloes by 3, 15-12 here in set number 1. The junior from Irvine, California's serve is long. Jesse Mahoney and the Colorado coaching staff very happy yesterday with their serving game. All 6 players who served yesterday picked up an ace. Cooper. Ewert. That one was close to being an overpass off the serve receive, and Ewert, she, much like we saw Diana Brown on the other side, sold very well, and then the quick burst instead of passing. Picks up the kill. Clayton, good look at her serve. Nunji's shot got dug nicely. Brown sets it. Cooney, diagonal kill. Cooney. 16-14 Colorado. Mishandled by DeLuzio for the ace for Megan Cooney. The Illini back within 1, 16-15. Third service error now for Illinois to go along with 3 aces. Savannah Perry, 5'6" junior from Ames, Iowa. Got 3 aces against 2 errors in yesterday's match from the service line. Tipped over by Nunji. Clayton is a little off balance at the line there. I think she was trying to avoid the error there, and the error with her foot, that is, and ends up putting it in the net. Colorado staying in front, though. Illinois only had a very brief 1-point lead, 6-5, if I remember correctly. Served by Nunji. Tabron out of bounds. So that ties it up at 17. You'd expect to see between these 2 teams, both obviously from strong volleyball conferences, both picked to be middle of the pack within those conferences. Ewert to Cool, and she tried to get it across the net away from the block and overcompensated. Illinois now grabs its second lead, 18-17, and Colorado will use one of its 2 timeouts here in set number 1. Each team with 9 kills has started every match of her career and has been the primary setter back since 2018, taking over at that point from Brenna DeLuzio, who is out there as the libero now. Double contact by Illinois, and Colorado right back in front. So both times Illinois has had the lead very briefly, just 1 point. Colorado both times able to earn 2 consecutive points and regain the advantage. Ewert serves. Cooper receiving it. Collins on the slide, but there is the combination of Cool and this time Tabron. With the block, Illinois now will use quickly its second timeout. So out of the Colorado timeout, the Buffaloes 3 in a row to take a 2-point advantage. Colorado's largest lead of this set has been 4. And right now, up by 2. Mentioned the obvious strength of these two conferences. The Pac-12 has 6 teams ranked in the top 25 right now, while the Big Ten has 7. And then you also had, entering this week, Illinois receiving votes in that top 25 after the Illini began its season 3-0. 20-19. We'll see Kylie Bruder serving once again for the Illini. Ewert over to Schneggenberger, contacted at the net by Illinois, point Colorado. Be able to see it right there. Oh. It was off the right hand at the net there. Brown with a back set, and over swinging there was Swanson. Colorado by 3. They are closing in potentially on a first set win. Tabor on the serve. Cooney to Brown, set it back, pushed over by Swanson, and then a miscue at the net by the Buffaloes. Jesse Mahoney thinks he saw something that Illinois did that should have been called. So I'm going to try to eavesdrop as best as I can, but it's tougher nowadays when the officials and the coaches keep their masks on. And seems like whatever it was, Coach Mahoney is okay with the explanation. So Diana Brown serves for the Illini, 22-20 Colorado, and now 22-21. 4 aces now for the Illini here in the first set. They had a total of 8 in the 4-set loss yesterday against Washington. Looking for the tying point now are the Fighting Illini. Nice dig by Taylor Cooper. Terry trying to push it down the line, but long and wide. Colorado now 2 away, up 23-21. DeLuzio with the serve. Cooper receives it. Brown to Terry. No contact, over hit. We are underway with Colorado on top 1-0 to begin things. Illinois gets the first point from Raina Terry. Second kill for Terry on 6 attempts. And a 5th ace overall for the Illini. It's been Cooney, Terry, Brown, Cooper, and Bruder. They've each checked in with a service ace. And the Illini off to a 2-0 start. So already Illinois' biggest lead of the match. And Clayton doesn't let that last too long with authority. Clayton, who has had a winding road in her collegiate career, which began in 2016 at Liberty University. Tipped over and down for Megan Hart. who has her third kill. And a little mop-up duty will be done. Let me talk about Leah Clayton a little bit more. 2016 was with Liberty. 2017 and 2018 played for Eastern Tennessee State. 2018 she was the Big South Player of the Year. And then coming to Colorado, where she redshirted the 2019 season, and played this past spring, was a Pac-12 all Pac-12 honorable mention performer. And now to begin this season, she's already picked up a Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Week award. Tipped at the net by Hart. Set by Ewert, back to Hart. At the net. There's Clayton. Goes line and down to the point. So Clayton. That was her third kill. Got 17 yesterday. Tabra on the dig. Ewert back over the left side. Clayton off the block at the net. And Colorado doubles up on Illinois here in the early going of the second set, 4-2. So Clayton now hitting 50% with her 4 terminations thus far. Swanson had it rejected by Hart. The dig by DeLuzio. Clayton had to reach back to get her fingertips on that. And Colorado, things going their way, up 5-2. Do more mop-up duty in that same area. Colorado next weekend, they're going to be hosting their Buffs Invitational. Texas Tech, San Jose State, and Northern Colorado. Brown over to Nunji. They try Clayton again, and this time too strong on the diagonal try across the court. Illinois will be part of an invitational next weekend hosted by Creighton in Omaha with University of Omaha, Southern Methodist, SMU, and of course the Blue Jays of Creighton. Clayton, dig by Cooper. Brown, back set, Cooney. Nice dig by Tabron in the back row. Clayton goes line this time, so we saw Clayton a couple times in a row go with the cut shot instead. On this third time, goes line, and it's worked out probably more often as it was contacted at the net. So he landed out of bounds, but blocked at the net by Illinois. 6-3 Colorado, and Clayton just like that is up to 6 kills. Schneggenberger the serve. Cooper down to her knees to get the reception. Free ball for the Illini to work with. Haven't had many of those today. Collins, overpass off the dig. Cooper passes over to Cooney and just mistimed it as Hart and Clayton were setting up for the block. 7-3 Buffaloes after taking the first set 25-21. Schneggenberger continues to serve. He's settled into playing opposite for Colorado, in the words of head coach Jesse Mahoney. There's overpass off her dig. Brown, back set, Cooney off the tape. DeLuzio with the dig. Ewert, Clayton. Nice play by Diana Brown. Nunji with the kill for Illinois. The first-year Illini player transfer from Florida State. So we'll see Megan Cooney now for the Illini. Six service errors now for Illinois. 8-4 Colorado. Here is Clayton serving. So 2 double-doubles in the first 3 games for the Buffaloes. Ewert, middle set, the attack by Hart. Colorado now for the match, hitting up above 36%. Clayton was the Pac-12 Offensive Player of the Week for the first 2 games of the season against Xavier and Charlotte. Averaged 5.92 points per set and hit over 38% in Colorado's first 2 matches of the season. And Colorado now with its largest advantage that they've had here this entire match, up by 6 points, 10-4. There were 5 ties and 4 lead changes in the first set, but again, Illinois on both of their leads, they were short-lived, only by a single point. Clayton trying to help extend the advantage and just sails wide right. Illinois picked to be 7th in the Big Ten this season. Top 3, Wisconsin, Nebraska, Penn State in that preseason prognostication. Now 11-5 Colorado. Buffaloes picked to be 9th in the Pac-12. Of course, we see the preseason favorite later today, Washington, UCLA, Oregon, considered the preseason top 3 from the Pac-12. Served by Savannah Perry. Terry drew contact at the net. Ewert. Buffalo's able to get it over on that last touch. Terry took something off of it to get it over the block that time. Tabron into the block. Cooper passes to Terry. High off the block once again. Ewert sets it over left pin. Put over by Tabron. In the back row middle, it's Cooney. Back set for the sliding Cool. Terry into the block, and it was down on the Colorado side of the net. But even Colorado head coach Jesse Mahoney got up out of his chair and was clapping and was happy with the overall play from his team. 11-6 Buffaloes here in the second set. Such a different atmosphere here than we had back in the spring, for obvious reasons. Colorado wanted an error at the net by Illinois. Tabron off the block, and point Buffaloes. So the Buffaloes doubling up on Illinois again, 12-6. Split the difference between Swanson and Brown on that block attempt. Served by Ewert. Cooney, that pass was going to be over the net, and Colorado takes full advantage of it. 13-6, and Illinois will call a timeout. So Colorado, after taking the first set, 25-21, looking good here in the second set, and have this 13-6 advantage.
By signing up for the Oski Pet Club membership, including an exclusive collar tag, bowl, bat, membership certificate, and more, with a portion of the proceeds benefiting local animal shelters. Sign up your pet today at bodyofillini.com/ASCII-Pet-Club.
So it'll still be Colorado's serve after the Illinois timeout. Leading the way for Colorado, 6 kills for Leah Clayton, .364 hitting percentage. Also has 3 digs, 6 digs for Jill Schnegenberger to lead the Buffaloes in that category. 13 assists for Jenna Ewert. Schnegenberger tipped it off the Illinois block. 14-6 Colorado. Illinois be sign-out percentage right now is just 37% here in the second set. Brown over to Terry, high off the block. DeLuzio, the pass to the net. Set by Ewert to Cool, blocked back by the Illini. Tabron, diving play by Cooper. Long run for Cooney, and then put over the net by Diana Brown. Gets a nice round of applause from the crowd. Tabron, and a good save, keeping that ball up. And the Illini end up with a point. That was Caroline Barnes who made that last lunging dig. Freshman from Naperville, Illinois. And getting the Illini a much-needed point that they had to work very hard for. See if we can catch it. That's the ending right there from Terry. Barnes now with the, or excuse me, that was Brown with the serve. Terry, too much. 15-7 Colorado. Maya Tabron getting ready to serve for the Buffaloes. Was 1 kill away from a double-double yesterday. 9 kills, 13 digs. Had a couple of block assists as well. Today she's checked in with 5 kills on 11 attacks. A couple of block assists and 3 digs. Big swing and a finish by Megan Cooney. Cooney's 4th kill. And that is tied with Raina Terry for the team high. Ewert, back set Schnegenberger. And she finishes it off, 16-8 Colorado. Back to the redshirt senior, Brenna DeLuzio serving. And started her career as a primary setter for Colorado before Jenna Ewert won that job, and DeLuzio transitioning to play libero as well for the Buffaloes to get that playing time, of course, and fill what role is necessary. Clayton picks up the kill off the Illinois block. Illinois just can't get that block to convert a point here today. They do not have credited to them today. Colorado has 4. That kill for Clayton was her 7th. And Nunji can't finish. And Colorado with a double-figure lead for the first time in this match. 18-8. Deluzio the serve. Cooper receives it. Long back set to Cooney. Too hot to handle for Jenna Ewert as it came ricocheting towards us at the table with plenty of velocity. Taylor Cooper to serve. First team all Big Ten in the spring season, was an all-region honorable mention as well. And there's one of the reasons why. Cooper with an ace. From Kansas, where she was Gatorade State Player of the Year back in 2017-18. Clayton into the block, but it goes out. Colorado back by 9, 19-10 here in set number 2. If you're joining us late, they won the first set 25-21. First set that had 5 ties, 4 lead changes, but Colorado has been much more in control here in the second. They've had a 10-point lead just a few moments ago. Clayton. Brown over to Nunji. And it was contacted at the net by Colorado. Back to Megan Cooney serving for Illinois. All Big Ten second team performer in the spring season. Clayton and Cooper can't keep it up. To not be confused, I keep referring to the spring season as just that, the spring season. I know in a lot of the record books it's just going to say 2020. But I think that'll be easier to deal with when we get further away, further down the line, just to call that the 2020 season. Of course, teams always play a quote-unquote spring season, which is normally it's not within the NCAA normal season, of course. Collins tipping that over for Illinois. Deluzio. Tabron down the line and wide. Point Illinois, 22-12. So this will move Jessica Nunji back to serve. From the back, Clayton. Cooney, long pass to Terry. And Terry with a net violation, as the Buffaloes had the 2-person block up near her.
Serving for the Buffaloes, number 7, Savannah Perry.
Savannah Perry will serve for Colorado. Buffalo is up by 9 points. Looking to take the 2-set advantage. Back set to the sliding Collins, and she got it off the side of the left hand of Tabron, the pinky, potentially. Side of the palm, call it. Of course, this is an Illinois program that has been able to reach the NCAA tournament 6 of the last 8 seasons. And the Illini with a couple in a row here, 21-14 Colorado. Seems like maybe if Illinois gets another couple in a row, could see the timeout called by Colorado, but where I'm sitting, just kind of tell by body language, not quite yet there. Tabron. Keeping that alive was Terry. Free ball for Colorado. Ewert over to Tabron. High off the dig, almost catches one of the huge fans that's above here at Huff Hall. And Illinois ends up with the point as well. And no blocks as a team for Colorado, or excuse me, for Illinois. Colorado has 4. They've got 9 kills from Leah Clayton. 7, if I'm remembering from the first set. 7 here in this second set alone. How about 8? 8 of the 9 kills for Leah Clayton have come here in the second set. It's Illinois continuing a little run here, 21-16. 17 assists for Jenna Ewert. 7 digs for Jill Schnegenberger. Again, those 4 blocks as a team total. Terry calling for a tip. Not getting the call. 22-16 Colorado. So that was the 3 in a row by Illinois. And now Colorado snaps that to stay up by 6. 22-16. Jenna Ewert serving. Ewert has her 9th serve. No aces, no errors. And a nice play at the net by Diana Brown to get side out for the Illini. And we'll see Diana Brown now back to serve after this most recent play. Brown has served 5 times so far in the match. 1 ace, 1 error. Well, it's very warm. It's humid inside Huff Hall, so it's not surprising that obviously players and fans alike are sweating, and the court is needing towel mop-up duty every few minutes here. Colorado now 2 away from taking a 2-0 lead, with more towel work being done. Schnegenberger with that kill. Maya Tabron waiting to serve for the Buffaloes. She has served 6 times today. No aces, no errors. Blame me for that one. You're a Colorado fan. 23-18. Illini, though, would certainly benefit from 3 more in a row here to give them a good chance for a comeback victory. Cooper the dig. Brown. Over to Nunji, and it got the antenna first. So it's out, and Colorado has set point. DeLuzio serves. She has served 14 times already today. 1 ace, no errors. So she has been part of the spark from the service line. And Colorado will take the second set, 25-18. And they now lead 2 sets to 0. So Colorado not only trying to take both matches of their weekend here in Champaign, they are looking to be overall Illinois has made 25 errors, if my adding was correct, between all the categories. Check Colorado here in a moment as Schnegenberger starts off with the kill, her 6th of the match for Colorado. Colorado, 10 attack errors. No errors setting for the Buffaloes. 3 serving. 6 receiving, of course, on the aces. And a couple on the block. So 21, I think I just counted. So they have the advantage there, of course, compared to Illinois' total. And now they have the advantage 2-0 to begin the 3rd set. They beat Iowa yesterday, 3-1. The only set that the Hawkeyes won was the 3rd, 25-23. The only set that Illinois won yesterday against Washington was the 3rd, 32-30. Just over the net, DeLuzio. Big swing and the kill, Megan Cooney. So Cooney now has the team high with 6 kills. Served by Terry. Schnegenberger down the line. Cooper, the dig goes all the way to the net, kept alive momentarily. 3-1 Colorado. Schnegenberger will be serving for Colorado. She has served 5 times today with 1 error. 6-foot junior from Irvine, California. Has started every match, played every set. Both of these teams, rotation-wise, they have not gone too far deep into their bench at all during the course of the season. Schnegenberger, overpass off the dig. Nunji off the block, and the point for Illinois. Taylor Cooper will serve for the Illini. She has 2 aces on 6 serves today. Clayton trying to get the double figures and kills. Cooney wide down the line.
What is happening? What is happening? They're just looking down on it. You're never going to be done.
Serving for the Buffaloes, number 22, Leah Clayton.
Clayton on the serve, 9 kills, 3 digs. The graduate student, 6th year. Of course, talked about not all with Colorado, 1 with Liberty, 2 with Eastern Tennessee State. And now in her 3rd year overall with Colorado, redshirted in 2019. '18 Big South Player of the Year with Eastern Tennessee State. And it bounces off the net and back down. Point for the Illini, 5-3 Colorado. At 5 o'clock Central Time, Washington and Iowa. We'll have it for you here on Big Ten Plus. There's an ace for the Illini. Ace number 7 for Illinois overall. Five for Buffaloes here in the 3rd. Cooney off the net and down, and Schnegenberger did all she could to get the pancake, but it ties things up here at 5. Illinois will most certainly take any break they can get here in the third set to prolong this, if possible. They don't want to start their home season 0-2. And they won't play another home match until the Big Ten season gets underway, which will be officially September the 22nd at Iowa. But then the Illini will welcome in Northwestern on September 25th. Cooper almost rammed into the padding there.
Point, Colorado.
Hit the floor pretty hard.
Serving for the Buffaloes, number 7, Savannah Perry.
So they will wipe up where Cooper landed. And Savannah Perry will be patient and wait here to serve. Collins on the slide, able to put it off the block and down for the kill for the junior from Zion, Illinois.
Serving from the fighting line, number 14, Jessica.
Good back pass by Diana Brown. Jessica Nunji serving for the Illini in a 6-6 third set. Ewert. Tabron out for the Illinois point. Nunji remains on the serve for the Illini. Illinois now with the 2-point advantage, 8-6. Colorado going to make some changes on the floor right now. Kelly Lavage is on the floor for the first time. And also Taylor Simpson, who played in one set of the 4 yesterday against Iowa. And Simpson setting for Tabron, blocked by Collins. Yeah, so Simpson's come on to replace Ewert as the setter for Colorado for the time being. Illinois, 3-point advantage, 9-6. And Nunji helping to continue a nice little roll for Illinois, and Colorado will call a timeout. 10-6 Illinois. They're in the third set. Mentioned Nunji, the transfer from Florida State. Been long on most of her swings here today. Her 6th kill on 17 attacks with 6 errors. And it's 11-6 Illinois. And this has all been with Nunji serving. Simpson to Cool over the net. Terry draws the contact at the net and knocked around a few times, but nobody can control it for the Buffaloes. And now Jesse Mahoney's going to insert back in Ewert and Schneggenberger for Simpson and Kelly Lavage. That's now 7 in a row for Illinois. This one, Terry gets to it, going over the Illini bench chairs. And in the end, though, Colorado gets the point, but now we're all looking over towards the bench Oh, Terry's, okay. I was looking back over at the bench, saw them looking over there, adjusting chairs, looking for Raina Terry, but she was already back on the floor, so she's okay. Yeah. Yeah, you can see she had already run back out on the floor on that play as it ended. 12-7 Illinois. So stops a good run there. That was 6 in a row. It was 6-5 Colorado. So now 8 of the last 9 in Illinois' favor. And it's 13-7 Illinois. Our sideline workers are getting quite the workout. So they have to come out on the floor and wipe things down just about, seems like every other play. Schneggenberger down the line. Reuter, that ate her up, but she had to dig. Overpass by DeLuzio. Put over to Brown. Back to Terry. Pushed it off the block. Ewert sets it over to Schneggenberger. And it's wide. Not contacted by Illinois. And that is 9 of the last 10 tallied by Illinois to lead 14-7. Illinois hoping that this is the turning point of this match. And an ace. Reuter picks it up. That is 10 service aces today for Illinois. They had 12 in the 5-set win to begin the season against UCSB. UC Santa Barbara. Terry, and it landed along the net on the Illinois side. So it is 15-8 Illini. Colorado to serve. Illinois was receiving votes coming into this week in the top 25 poll. After their 3-0 start, Clayton will earn the point for the Buffaloes. And that is now double figures for her, 10. The first on either side to get to that plateau. And Illinois will call a timeout. They are on a very solid run overall, a 10-3 run right now by Illinois, and they lead 15-9 here in the third set, trying to extend this to a fourth one here on Big Ten Plus. Illinois on a 10-3 run right now. They have this 6-point advantage. Colorado on the serve. That was Zoe Neverdowski. It was the first time she's seeing the floor today. Over the net by Clayton. Brown to Terry, off the block, back to the Illinois side. Terry will try again, take something off to roll it over the block this time into the net, kept alive. Free ball for the Illini. Brown back again to Terry. Too strong. Illinois before that swing had gotten their percentage up to 11.7 as they were up almost 31% for this set. So that's now 6 kills, 3 errors, and 6 kills, 3 errors here on the attack in the third set. And Neverdowski, senior from Houston, played 3 of the 4 sets yesterday against Iowa and had an ace. And once again, got to use the towel. It's tougher when you got to use the towel, too, because you got to fully bend down and get on the court. You don't have those mop handle things that you see a lot of times basketball, or see here volleyball as well. Terry, dig by DeLuzio. Ewert sets to Clayton, tips it over the block down the line. Diving ahead was Barnes, but cannot keep it up. Colorado steadying the ship right now here in the third set. Back within 4, 15-11. Good effort by the freshman Caroline Barnes. Neverdowski with her third serve. That was a tough pass off the serve receive, but well done. Well done off of it. Look at it here. Yeah, it was that was Diana Brown who quickly dumped it over the net. See, Maddie Winnington is out there for Illinois. And I have that as her first appearance of the season. I'll double check in a moment. Tipped over by Cooney, and DeLuzio couldn't keep it off the court. 17-11, Illinois. Yeah, for Whittington, this is the first playing time of her career. Did not play in the spring as a freshman. Did not play last night. And it's out there right now for Illinois. Colorado gets side out, 17-12. Brenda DeLuzio to serve. So nice to see the debut for the 6'4" redshirt freshman, Maddie Whittington, who was a very sought-after recruit. Gets the attack there. Cooper to Terry. It's coming down on the Colorado side. Cooper and Barnes collided on that. Diving Cooper with the dig. Two-handed over by Terry. And then it goes off of the block of Terry, out of bounds for the Colorado point. 17-13 Illinois here in set number 3. As you might guess, we are waiting for some work on the court to be finished. DeLuzio on the serve. Terry receives it. Pass over to Cooney, off the block. And almost able to get to was Ewert. 18-13. At this point, it's any time a player hits the floor, they got to come out and wipe it down. And part of it is because it's a very nice crowd on hand. Illini football is kicking off in about 3 hours, and they're running a promotion. If you had a football ticket already, you could bring it over here to Huff Hall and gain admission for free, because you paid for a football ticket, I'd assume. Gain free access to the volleyball match. Pretty good student section here that I would assume will trek over to Memorial Stadium when this one is over for that 6:30 kickoff against UTSA on our Big Ten Network. I was going to call it the linear channel. I don't know if that's more of an inside term, but on your television, the Big Ten Network. Clayton blocked by Whittington, as well as Diana Brown. Or check that, that was Cooney. Cooney who got the block. Whittington was there as well. And I think Whittington just was subbed out, so she had her first run as a collegiate player. Great serve by Cooper. And Colorado thought that they had kept that alive. They will, oh, I thought they were going to talk to our up referee. Inadvertent whistle they end up being the call. So that's, Colorado was right. They had kept that alive. The whistle blew. So inadvertent whistle, and they're going to redo the play. Not many sports where you have redos. In fact, volleyball is the only one I can think of. As now I get the ace from Cooper, who is seemingly on the way to one a moment ago. And Colorado will use its second timeout here in the third set. Illinois, after that Cooper ace, have a 20-14 lead here in set 3. You're watching the Pac-12 Big Ten Volleyball Challenge on Big Ten Plus. 20-14 Illinois. About to get restarted here in the third set after Colorado uses its second and final timeout of the frame. They have been led in this match by Leah Clayton, 13 kills, hitting .346. She's the only player on the either side in double figures in that category. 8 kills for Megan Cooney to lead Illinois. Taylor Cooper serving, 3 aces on 8 serves today. And looking for a 4th and 9. Clayton puts it over the net. Cooper the dig. Back pass to Cooney. Dig by DeLuzio. Brown to Cooper. Back over to Cooney. Off the block and down for the Illinois point. 21-14. 9th kill for Cooney. Her season best thus far was last night. The 14 kills in 4 sets of action against Washington. Also had 13 in only 3 sets against Valparaiso. That was the final game last weekend, played in Milwaukee, part of a invitational hosted by UW Milwaukee, the Panther Invitational. Ewert. Nunji off the block. Ewert over to Clayton. Kept alive. And Nunji really got a good swing over the net after that. Clayton tips it over the block. They go down for the dig. That was Nunji. Middle attack by Megan Hart. Haven't said her name as much in terms of her attacks in this third set. And it ends up being a kill for Diana Brown, the redshirt junior from Columbus, Ohio. Illinois 3 points away from moving this to a 4th. Excuse me, that was Kennedy Collins. All I saw from my vantage point was kind of a quick arm and a swing up, and I saw Brown land. Trust me, I love being courtside, as opposed to up in our perches that we've had anywhere you went back in the spring in terms of volleyball and a lot of sports. But sometimes you get shielded when you're this close to the action. So that's my excuse there. Kennedy Collins with the kill. Cooper the serve, sails long, be 22-15. I also appreciate it. We have a nice big screen monitor here for me to look at. So seeing those replays, as we just showed you. Gonna have a change on the serve. Katie Lujay going to come on for the first time today and appear in only her second set of the season. 5'10" junior from Encinitas, California. And she comes in to serve. Nunji off the block. Point Illinois. 23-15. Cooney serves. And the ace. And she picked out Katie Luce, who, as I said, only appearing for the second time, the second set this season. And so it is set point for Illinois. 24-15, so much like yesterday against Washington, Illinois down 2-0. They were able to win the third set, although that was a marathon, 32-30. A chance to win this one in regulation points of the third set. Attack by Tabron goes out off the Illinois block. Point Colorado. Colorado checking on who their server is supposed to be right now. It is Savannah Perry. Cooper over to Nunji, over the Colorado block. Free ball off of Tabron for Illinois to use. Collins slide to the right, blocked back to the Illinois side, grazing the net. Nice play by Nunji. Nunji up to the back row. Be bumped over by Perry. Second consecutive free ball for the Illini. They try Collins again off of the Colorado block. And the Illini take the third set, 25-16. And it's now 2-1 Colorado as we head to the fourth set. And this matchup in the Pac-12 Big Ten Challenge. Step aside and be back with the fourth set here from Champaign on Big Ten Plus. 0.6% in the first two. Overall, it's 147 for the Illini, 204 for Colorado. 13 kills for Leah Clayton, and she's a couple of digs away from a double-double. 9 kills for Megan Cooney to lead the way for Illinois. The Illini, 12 aces through 3 sets today. That matches their season high, but they had the 12 against UC Santa Barbara in 5 sets. And they get off to the 1-0 lead. And it's a kill for Maddie Whittington. The first kill of the career of Whittington. It's the first full point that she has earned as well. Had a block assist in the third set in her debut. Nunji lands in. 6 kills now for Jessica Nunji. Raina Terry serving. She has 1 ace. This is her 11th serve of the day. And there's the point down the middle from Alexia Kuhl. She checks in with her 3rd termination, with 3 block assists as well. DeLuzio serving now for Colorado. 2 aces on 19 serves today, no errors for her. Back pass all the way to Cooney. Diving dig by Tabron. Joust at the net, won by the Illini by Whittington. Whittington again did not play in the spring, redshirt freshman. Was named the 2019 Miss Women Volleyball Player of the Year by the Minnesota Volleyball Coaches Association. As a senior from Stillwater, Minnesota. Serve long, so the service error. Now they had 6 aces, 6 errors the first 2 sets, and now they're at 13 and 8 are the Illini, so they've much improved in terms of taking care of things with their serves. And Tabron can't handle it. Just as that ball was getting to her, heard somebody say out. Not sure if that would have been out, but the Illini 4, Buffaloes 2 in the fourth set. Cooney is serving. Tipped by Hart over the block. Expertly done by Megan Hart. Redshirt senior from St. Charles, Illinois. He's a two-time All Pac-12 honorable mention. Spent 2 seasons at Iowa State before coming to Colorado. Clayton serves. Team leader, 13 kills for her. Able to get it off the block was Nunji. Collins. Brown back to Collins. Blocked by the Buffaloes and down on the Illinois side. Colorado with their 6th block as a team today. Brown over to Nunji. Deluzio's dig after net. And Collins tried to dunk it home. Cooper. Free ball for the Buffaloes. Ewert, instead of setting it up. Cooper, though, read it. She was ready for it. Schnegenberger calls for it. Ewert to Tabron down the line for the Buffaloes point. Colorado now the 5-4 advantage that they've reeled off 3 in a row. As Clayton stands back ready to serve to update her numbers. I think I gave you the wrong dig total for her. She has 13 kills, 31%. Couple of, it's 4 digs is what she has. Also a block assist. She's accounted for a team high 13.5 points. Long back pass to Collins. Miss hitting it. And it is now 6-4 Colorado. And Clayton's serve goes into the net for the error. 6-5, side out Illinois. Jessica Nunji to serve for the Illini. She has 7 kills with an ace from the service line as well. Tabron rejected by Collins. Collins involved in her 2nd block to go along with 8 kills and a couple of digs. All left hand there of Collins. Nunji, the soft touch. Tabron blocked again. Collins and Brown there. I think once again it was all Kennedy Collins. Back to back for Kennedy Collins and the Illini at the net. 7-6 Illinois here in the 4th set. A situation where they need to win 3 straight to take this match after Colorado won the first 2, 25-21, 25-18. The Illini bouncing back in the 3rd, 25-16. hit the antenna from Collins, so it's out. The 25-16 set 3 win matches the biggest set win total that the Illini have had this season. They also had a 25-16 second set win over Valparaiso on the 28th of August. Their set win yesterday over Washington was 32-30. It's the second time, actually, that the Illini had won a set this season, 32-30. Did so as well against UC Santa Barbara. Illinois back in front here, 8-7. That one caught, must have grazed. Nope, they called it out, excuse me. So it's Colorado 8, Illinois 7. I thought that got ruled in. Saw the replay, thought that was out, and that was the call. Overpass, Colorado, try to use it. Back pass, cool, blocked by Terry. Collins there as well. Tabron over the block, and it contacted Illinois there in the back row. Cooney, once again, I couldn't tell from my angle. She may have been trying to get out of the way there because it looked like that was destined to be long. 9-7 Buffaloes. Serving is Savannah Perry. Down for it was Barnes, and Collins able to get the point for Illinois. So Collins, that was her 9th termination today. Matching Cooney for a team high. Tabron wide, point Illinois. And the Illinois tie back, and the Illini tie back up 9-9. Again, the final match of this weekend in the challenge is scheduled for 5 o'clock, Washington and Iowa. Colorado the block, now 10-9. Serve coming from Jenna Ewert for the Buffaloes. Terry had it blocked by Schnegenberger and Kuhl. Gets it over this time. Clayton overpass and dumped back down by Whittington. Second kill for Whittington in her debut. Also a block assist back in the third set. Tied at 10. Ewert, middle attack, Cool. Brown all the way over to Terry, pushing it to the back. Schnegenberger down the line. Barnes got there. Now it's Terry from the back. Moving back up to her net position. And a block combined Cooney and Whittington at the net. Illini back in front by 1. Diana Brown on the serve now for the Illini. Ewert to the right side, Tabron ties it back up for Colorado at 11. Brown over to Cooney. Dig by DeLuzio. Clayton had it blocked back. Ewert finds it, and out of the reach of Clayton. An error on the set there from Ewert. We're kind of bouncing back and forth here between 1-point games and tie scores. Bringing it Terry with the serve for Illinois. Just got over the net, may have just grazed it on the way by. Free ball for Illinois. Brown over to Nunji, too strong. Illinois and Colorado even at 12 in the fourth set, with Colorado leading 2-1. Cooper, Brown, Cooney. Schneggenberger gets it over the Illinois block of Whittington and Nunji. Now Nunji the attack. Dig by Tabron. Ewert over to Clayton. Down the line. No touch from Illinois. Point Illini. And they are back in front 13-12. What we've seen here, probably in this fourth set, I think is what expected kind of all along here. Cooper the serve. From the back, Tabron fires one home to tie it at 13. Tabron now has 12 kills. She's one behind Clayton for the team high. Her season high thus far, 13 against Charlotte, which was a 3-set victory for the Buffaloes. 3-0 on the year for Colorado, trying to go 2-0 this weekend and 4-0 on the year. Clayton had it blocked. So Illinois didn't have a single block through the first set. They have been able to pick up the slack as this match has gone on, and Collins has been a big reason why. As you might expect. Clayton. Now you go to the middle, Collins. Down to get it to Luzio. From the back, Tabron. Too much on it. Illinois takes a 2-point advantage, 15-13. Cooney to serve. Schneggenberger receives it. Dumped over by Ewert. Diving forward was Cooney for the dig. Nunji high off the block. Clayton gets to it. Ewert back. Tabron tips it over. Able to stay behind the line. And Collins wide with it. 15-14. Illinois' lead is 1. Clayton on the serve for Colorado. Brown sets it for Nunji. Nunji calling for the tip. Said there was contact, looking back towards the bench. Chris Thomas thinking about it, it appears. And that will be challenged. So just our second challenge overall of the day. Remember, Illinois challenged the third point of the match back in the first set. It was successful. So Illinois trying to go 2 for 2, saying that there was contact at the net by Colorado on that attack by Jessica Nunji. Our referees today are Joseph Gustafson and William Thornburg. We have Michael Brandon and Catherine Bates on the lines. Let's see. Hard to tell, definitely in normal speed there. See if we could run it back. Oh. There we go. I'll run a bit slower and see. I'm not even going to venture a guess because I'm usually 0% per match when it comes to those calls, where it's just tough to tell if a finger is moving because it's contacted, or these players are so good at bending their fingers in ways that I don't know how they do it when they get up towards the net there. But to me, this is a signal of a reversal in terms of going over. No, I'm wrong, so it stays the same. So, like I said, 0% for me. It stays point Colorado 15-15. So 15-15, nice little midpoint of this match, of this fourth set, I should say. Collins on the slide, blocked, and it landed in. That is 7 blocks now for Colorado, which now matches Illinois' total. And now we will see Clayton continuing to serve. Colorado leading 16-15. Clayton. This will be her 15th serve. No aces, 3 errors. Nunji, that had contact at the net. That was a no-doubter. And the kill for Jessica Nunji is her 8th. She's up there, the team leaders. Cooney and Collins each have 9. That was the now 10th tie of this fourth set. There were a total of 8 through the first 3. We had 8 ties and 6 lead changes through the first 3 sets. We've had 10 and 4 alone here in the fourth, so things have most certainly tightened up here in set number 4. Serving is Nunji. 1 ace, 2 errors in 16 serves. And we'll get the ace off the tape and down in front of Schneggenberger. That's a 13th ace as a team for Illinois. So that's a new season high, surpassing the 12 they had in 5 sets against UC Santa Barbara. So count that as another lead change as well. The 5th of the set. Nunji another serve. No spin on it whatsoever. Hart had it blocked. It was punched over by Ewert. Cooper to Terry. That was contacted at the net again. Hart and Ewert. Off the block it went for the Terry kill. And Colorado got to call a timeout after Raina Terry's 8th kill has given Illinois a 2-point advantage here in the fourth set. Try to send this to a 5th set tiebreaker. Illinois 18, Colorado 16 in the fourth. Colorado on top, 2-1 here on Big Ten Plus. 10 ties, 6 lead changes alone here in the fourth set. 18 and 12 overall for this match. Illinois leading 18-16, trying to force the 5th set tiebreaker. Scott Sudikoff back with you here on Big Ten Plus. We'll bring you coverage of Iowa and Washington coming up at the scheduled time of 5 o'clock Central Time. Terry. That'll be out of bounds off that swing. Colorado being led in this match. 13 kills by Leah Clayton, 12 from Maya Tabron. They are leading in that category. Got 32 assists for Jenna Ewert. 2 aces, the lone 2 aces for Colorado from Brenna DeLuzio. 21 digs for DeLuzio as well. Illinois, 9 kills each from Kennedy Collins and Megan Cooney. Served by Savannah Perry. Terry. That lands in. On a diagonal across the court. Raina Terry with her 9th kill. 31 assists for Diana Brown. 4 aces today for Megan Cooney, which is a season high, might also be a career high. Bruder, the serve. Tabron, the attack, and this one's coming out of bounds over our way. No one for Illinois would have any chance to save that one unless they were able to fly over our table, suspend themselves in the air, and then get a hand on it. Which, I guess I don't doubt that maybe someone could do that on this team. (19-18) Illinois. Served by Ewert. Blocked back by Cool and down. Ties it up. And 19. By the way, the 4 aces for Cooney is a career high. She had 3 aces twice in a game, including most recently back in January against Iowa. 19-19. Ewert to serve. Brown sets up Terry. DeLuzio's dig goes over the net. Terry again pushes it down the line this time. Tabron off the Illinois block. Brown able to knock it off Cool's hands at the net and down to the open side of the court to put Illinois back in front 20-19. Diana Brown has been solid in that regard, knowing when to set up a teammate or go for the point herself. That was her 3rd kill. And I have it as 100% when she's attempted it, 3 for 3. Off the net and down for the ace for Brown. 21-19. Illinois racks up a 14th service ace today. (21-19) Illinois. Ewert over to Schnegenberger. Dig by Brown. Cooper sets up Terry. Dig by DeLuzio. Ewert. Back row attack by Clayton. No contact, out of bounds. Point Illinois, 22-19, Fighting Illini. And Colorado will use its 2nd timeout here in the 4th set. So Illinois is... Colorado will host an invitational back in Boulder next weekend with 3 games on the schedule. Terry. DeLuzio got the dig. Clayton tracks it down. One more touch over comes from Schnegenberger. Diving forward was Cooper. Cooney off the block. DeLuzio will set up the tip from Tabron. Brown to Terry, and they call a contact by Colorado. 23-19 Illinois. 2 points away from forcing the 5th set. Serve from Diana Brown. Schneckenberger off the block, and Illinois 1 point away from forcing the fifth. Illinois set point. Diana Brown the serve. Colorado stays alive here, 24-20. Maya Tabron serving. Four more set points for Illinois here. Terry had it blocked. Three more now for Colorado to fight off, 24-21. Terry, diving play by Tabron. Down the line, and it's in. 24-22. Two more for Colorado to fight off, and Illinois will call a timeout here. So, Illinois, it was 24-19. Three straight set points fended off by the Buffaloes. Tabron serving. She's matched a season high with 13 kills. Cooney. Terry at the net wins it for Illinois, 25-22. So Illinois comes back down from 0-2 to force the fifth set tiebreaker. Illinois will play in its second five-set affair of the season, 1-0, beating UC Santa Barbara in the opener. And then they were 2-3 back in the spring campaign in the Big Ten only season. Maya Tabron will serve to begin the fifth set. This will be her 13th serve. No aces, one error. Cooper receives it. Whittington with that attack. Clayton, diving dig by Cooper, diving dig attempt, but it goes wayward, and it's a point for Colorado to begin the fifth set. Remember, we played a 15 in the fifth set. That was Clayton's 15th kill. She had 17 yesterday against Iowa, 22 in the Buffaloes opener against Xavier. Cooney gets to it. Free ball for Colorado. Ewert. And Kuhl makes it 2-0. Alexia Kuhl with her fourth kill. She has had 5 block assists for 6.5 points on the day. 2-0 Buffaloes to begin the fifth. Tabron serves. Brown over to Cooney, and it goes off the block of Schneckenberger and out of bounds. Point Illinois. Cooney with her 10th kill, so she's the second Fighting Illini with double figures in that category. To go along with a career-high 4 aces, 6 digs, 4 block assists as well as Terry serves. Ewert with the back set for Schnegenberger. Miscue by Illinois, 3-1 Buffaloes. We've seen Maddie Whittington play here in these last 3 sets. And not seen Kyla Swanson in the middle for Illinois, as Tabron can't handle that rocket. A look at the finish by Megan Cooney. Now with 11 kills, 3-2 Colorado. Set number 5. Cooper the serve. Ewert at the net was very close there, had to play it back. Nicely done. Buffaloes 4-2. Schnegenberger the serve. Cooney receives it. Brown over to Nunji. High off the dig to the other side, and Cooney takes advantage of that. That's 12 kills now for Cooney. 3 already here in the 5th set for all 3 of Illinois' points. Counted for 18 tonight, or today, this afternoon, whatever you want to say. Middle, Collins. Put over by Megan Hart. Nunji. Too much, no touch. Point Colorado. Clayton on the serve for Colorado. She has 15 kills. A battle at the net. There with Diana Brown for Illinois. Colorado now with the 6-3 5th set lead. Of Collins, and Cooney not able to get the hand out on it. Collins to Luzio. Collins goes off the net. Tabron blocked by Collins. Ewert took that feed from Hart, and trouble for Terry and Cooney. 7-3 Colorado. Timeout Illinois. So in this 5th set tiebreaker, Colorado has come out and taken control thus far. 7-3 Buffaloes trying to come away with the win, trying to hold on for the victory after they led 2-0 here on Big Ten Plus. Seven 3 Colorado after the Illinois timeout. Buffaloes still on the serve in our 5th set tiebreaker. Nunji high off the block, comes back to Clayton. Put over the net by Tabron. Down to the floor went Cooney. Nunji had it rejected back to Cooper. Nunji tries again, blocked again, and this time Cooper couldn't get a hold of it. 8-3 Colorado. So Nunji got swatted back twice. Colorado trying to stay unbeaten on the early season, looking to move to 4-0 before they host Texas Tech, San Jose State, and Northern Colorado as part of the Buffs Invitational next weekend. Collins with the patented slide to the right. Well, now we see the towel being used, but we didn't catch it. Leah Clayton was just gesturing as to where to wipe, and she basically just made a big, broad circle, like everywhere around here. Right. 8-4. Illinois on the serve with Nunji. Here's Clayton, and it hit our line judge, so that's a pretty clear indication that it was out. Credit to him to stand in there, take it off the left leg. 8-5. Tabron, Cooper sprawling out. 9-5 Colorado. Savannah Perry serving. The lefty. Terry. His contact at the net. Also got the dig from Perry. Collins picks up another kill. Her 11th. Collins had 17 in the 5-set opener against UC Santa Barbara. The Illini trailed in that match 0-1 and 1-2 before winning the 4th set 25-22 and then the tiebreaker 15-8. And had to win 2 straight, the 3rd and the 4th to get this to a 5th today. Tabron went off the net and back. Schnegenberger can't keep it up. 9-7 Colorado. Five ties, 4 lead changes in the first set, so it was a pretty close one there, 25-21. Second set was dominated by Colorado. There was just 1 tie and 1 lead change. They, on a couple of occasions, had a double-figure advantage. Illinois, a strong victory in the 3rd set, tying for their biggest margin of victory this season, 25-16, as Terry has it blocked by Alexia Kuhl, and it's 10-7 Colorado. The 4th set was our closest out of them all. 11 ties, 6 lead changes. Finished 25-22 Illini, although it was 24-19 as Colorado made Illinois fight for it down the stretch. Kuhl with that block off her left arm. Ewert the serve, goes wide right. Side out Illinois, down by 2. On the serve is Diana Brown. Dig from Cooper off the attack by Tabron. Pushed down the line and it lands on the white line by Terry. On the back, right by the I and the L in Illinois there. One-point difference in the 5th set. Tough one to handle for Clayton. Blocked by Whittington. And Cooney ties this up 10-10. And Illinois will not go away. Timeout Colorado. We're tied 2-2, and we're tied 10-10 in the 5th set. It is fantastic Pac-12 Big Ten challenge matchup. And you can see tied all around. 10-10 here in the 5th set. Illinois on a run. Diana Brown serving. Looks like Colorado, well, they retake the lead right now on the kill by Alexia Kuhl, but Colorado had led 7-3 here to begin this set. Kuhl picks up her 5th kill. They got 15 each from Tabron and Clayton. Tabron is back to serve. It's your 16th serve of the match. No aces, 1 error. Teams have combined for 21 blocks, 11 from Colorado, 10 from Illinois. It's been a big part of the latter half of this match. Trying for the block, Schnegenberger and Kuhl, but tooled off by Cooney. Tooled off the block for the point. Tied at 11. That's her 13th kill to lead the Illini. Terry has 12, Collins has 11. Leah Clayton, by the way, now does have a double-double for the Buffaloes as that serve lands in along the back line, and Illinois takes the lead 12-11 off what is now 15 Illinois aces today. And for Terry, that was her 2nd. Colorado ties it, 12-12. Brennan DeLuzio will serve. That was another kill for Clayton, her 16th. Cooney off the chest of Tabron. It bowls her over, and it's 13-12. More of her arms there, luckily. And win 25-16. Then the 4th set was back and forth, 11 ties, 6 lead changes. Illinois taking that one 25-22. Now they have a chance to win the match a couple of times here. Cooper the serve. Ewert to Clayton, the tip over the block. And Colorado stays alive for at least one more, 14-13. Jill Schnegenberger on the serve. It looked as if that was going to go over the block initially, but it came down where Cooney had to play it. Cooper the dig. Brown, back set. Cooney. DeLuzio down for the dig. Clayton over the block. Brown to Cooney. Schnegenberger the dig. Now Clayton again down the line, and we go to extras here in the 5th set. Tied at 14. Colorado able to answer when they were down by a pair of match points. Schnegenberger continues to serve. Collins blocked by Hart. Cooper, a high set for Nunji, off the block. Getting up there was Tabron. Clayton landing in between 2 Illini in the back row. And now Colorado has match point as they have tallied 3 in a row. 15-14 Colorado match point. Excellent play by Maya Tabron as she had to save that one. She got up high, both hands on it. Does Illinois have the answer? Cooney off the block. DeLuzio sets up Clayton. Cooper over to Cooney. Block back. Brown got it. Collins. Nunji, DeLuzio goes and gets it. Ewert over to Clayton, the tip, right to Cooney. Back to Cooney. The overpass goes out, and we continue on, tied at 15. Washington and Iowa will have to wait a little bit here, as they are in the corners of the gym watching the finish of this one. I believe that their 5 o'clock start will be pushed back a little bit. So Illinois had 2 match points. Colorado had 1. Service error from Cooney, a tough one for the Illini. And now Colorado has its 2nd match point. And it's going to be Leah Clayton, who has 19 kills and 11 digs. A double-double for the 3rd time this season. Collins, Schnegenberger overpass from the dig. Collins will change up and down, it hits the court. Neither team will give in. 16-16 here in the 5th. That was a 12th kill for Kennedy Collins. Tabron. And Colorado back to match point for the 3rd time, 17-16. Tabron with 16 kills, by the way, is a career high. Collins trying to tie it again. It lands out, and Colorado wins the match, taking the 5th set tiebreaker, 18-16. And that one was close, but we had a pretty good view at it from our vantage point, and looked to be clearly out, so no challenge. Yep, you could see all blue where that ball contacted, in Colorado. They breathe a big sigh of relief because, you know, they were up 2-0. In most of those cases, you need to take home the victory, and in the end they do. But obviously they got the best from Illinois over the final 3 sets of this one. You can see the match breakdown. And a terrific matchup here. Colorado goes 2-0. In the challenge this weekend, now 4-0 on the season. Illinois goes 0-2 this weekend, and now 3-2 for the campaign. Well, don't forget, you can join us in about a half hour, we'll say 35 minutes.